making an orchid haul video. I always have as a tradition to make a little video about all of the orchids. The ones I bought, the ones you see in front of you right now, and what to do with them. If I'm gonna repot them, what I'm gonna put them in, what kind of pots, what kind of media, and if it's really necessary to repot them at all, which could be the case as well. So let's start with my little Puffy Pedallum that I got, Puffy Pedallum februari. This one is a beautiful one. It's a really beautiful flower. Yeah, I really think it looks like a fairy in a way. So, but no, that's not where they got the name from. I don't think so. But, well, it's sitting in small, it's a little bit of chunky bark on top, but it's small size bark. And I really don't want to disturb it. It's a little bit of algae here, but it's not disturbing me much. So, well, I will just let it sit and adjust to my environment a little bit before I repot it. And it's, of course, a little bit loose in the pot, in the media. So well, we'll see. Perhaps I'm gonna repot it, or perhaps not. I haven't really decided yet, but I'm gonna start with putting this transparent frosted pot inside of a brown plastic pot, so the algae doesn't spread too much. So, we'll see if I'll make a repotting video about this guy later on. And now, let's have a look at my little Rths Passion Spring. It's the one from the Taiwan nursery that's called Rths. Yeah, it's a funny name, a little bit difficult to pronounce. And yeah, this one has really progressed, and it's been growing on in this pot from a seedling, as you can see here. They're really small pseudobulbs, and the next pseudobulb's got the size, next size, and the other one, yet another size, a larger size, and this one is large and it's getting mature, and now I think it's flowering size. But there's nothing in this sheath yet. Well, no, I don't think it's gonna produce anything in this sheath. I will just have to wait for the next growth. But this one is sitting in pure sphagnum moss. And, well, I will not take the chance to, release it from the sphagnum moss. So, well, I would just, go like this. Take it out of the pot, and as you can see, this pressed ball again. And there's a lot of work, and there's got to be a lot of disturbance to the roots. And yeah, wise from experience, this is not going to happen. I'm not going to do it. I'm not going to release it. Yeah, you can see some new root tips here, and yeah, and some new root tips here as well. So there's no pointing in, untangle this root system. I'm just gonna scratch a little bit of the moss off and stick this one into this clay pot. Like this, but of course without the plastic pot. And I'm gonna add some new sphagnum moss around it and fill it up. That's all I'm gonna do until this orchid shows a new root system and a new growth. And so, when it's adjusted to my environment, well, you can see another new growth, but this one is not gonna be so large. Yeah, it's a weak new growth though. Yeah. I wouldn't rely on its roots that's gonna come. Well, that's what I'm gonna do with that one. Okay, get over to the other one, to the next one. And the next one that I'm going to show you is my little, yeah, unfortunately I have to say little, RLC Golf Green Hairy Pig. And this one, is the same goes for this one. It's sitting in similar media, in similar pot. And yeah, that's the same case with this one. So I'm just gonna, yeah, take it out of the pot, place it in this clay pot and scratch away some of the ugly looking sphagnum moss with algae on it, and just put a little bit of sphagnum moss around the sides. And it will stay there until I can see a new growth and a new root system, of course. Then I feel it's going to be a little more safe to repot it. And as it's still a very young plant, it really needs the humidity, and it doesn't really, it's not a good thing to let it dry out too much. So I think sitting in sphagnum moss is not such a bad idea after all. Okay, let's get on to this top heavy orchid. This one is my beautiful RLC Porch of Paradise. And this one, as I told you in my previous video, this is an orchid that I love very much, and I've been longing for a nice size sample of this, which I got here, and I'm pleased with it this far. But the sad part is that it's, yeah, I didn't really want to repot it, but it's sitting in this ugly water retentive media, this coconut fiber. And as I showed in a previous video with my, I thought it was with my chysis limminghei, I can make a link in the description below. And this one holds about 5-6 deciliters of water, this media. And yeah, you know the deal with cattleya roots. They're supposed to have a wet and dry cycle, and this is not going to give it to him. It's going to give him a really wet cycle. For 14 days it's going to stay wet. I mean soaking wet. So I have to take it out of this net pot and, yeah, pot it up in a regular frosted plastic pot. And I'm not really sure what I'm going to use. I think I have to use perhaps bark mixed with some coconut husk pieces. I still don't know what they're called, but it's larger pieces of coconut husk, but they're a little bit more, yeah, crunchy, or what can I say, than this is. This is more stiff and hard. So I think that's the deal. I'm going to make some ventilation holes, of course, so it won't get too soggy. Yeah, and it's really top heavy, and it's falling over a couple of times already. So yeah, I will make repotting video very soon about this guy. And now let's see here. This is also a beautiful cattleya. It's the RLC Orchid Grand, which I already got one of, but that one wasn't in a very good shape. So this one is a beautiful one. It's a much better plant. Look at the pseudobulbs. They're really plump, no wrinkles, and they're so beautiful. But as you can see, this part, yeah, it's outgrowing its part now. So, and the newest growth gonna come from here, as you can see. It's a little bump here. So it's gonna be too small for it in a couple of months now, and yeah. So I'm gonna take this one out of the pot like this. Yeah, as you can see, it's got a nice looking root system. Really nice. And sphagnum moss also looks quite okay in color. And yeah, it smells okay. It smells really okay. So I would just stick this one into a clay pot, the size that fits it. I will look it up, see if I got one, but I think I have one suitable for this beautiful orchid. And now on to the last one. It's my RLC Mystic Isles, and this variety is called Chameleon. Yeah, it's a chameleon, the animal, you know. So it tells me that the flowers can come in many shapes and forms and colorations and patternings on this Mystic Isle cattleya. So the variety is Chameleon. Yeah, as you can see, it's really beautiful. And it's sitting in a plastic pot with some bark. And it's outgrowing its pot in every direction. Everywhere you can see, it's outgrowing it. And this one is on its way out. So the new roots are not going to be in the pot. So what I can do is to put it in a larger plastic pot and fill the larger pot up with some bark on the sides. And let the new roots go down into the little bit bigger pot. Yeah. But I'm not going to do that. I'm going to make a whole and total repot of this guy. No question about it. So it's getting really dehydrated now as well, and as you can see, the leaves. So yeah, it needs a repot, and I would take a chance with this guy. RLC Mystic Isles Chameleon. Well, yeah, I will keep you updated on these 5 orchids from Schwerter Orchid in Germany. And as always, have a good day. Thanks for watching, and subscribe to my channel if you like my channel. Alright, bye bye!